Hi, this is Mary from VIPS TV. Now in today's lesson, we'll continue with present simple, how to make a sentence with a noun. And the structure that we're going to study today is subject, be, not, and noun. Now, number one, I am not a nurse. I, subject, am, be. Remember, there are three forms of be, am, is, are. Not, and then a nurse. Now, so remember, not is after be and before noun. I am not a nurse. Not a nurse. I am not a nurse. I am not, or you can say I'm not a nurse. Number two, I'm not her husband. I'm not her husband. Don't say hurt, okay? Husband. I'm not her husband. Or I can say, I am not her husband. She is not a lazy woman. She is not. Or you can say, she's not a lazy woman. Or she isn't a lazy woman. For number four, she isn't the receptionist. Receptionist is a person whose job is to welcome guests or customers, or they have to answer the phone, maybe at a hotel or at a building. Receptionist. She isn't the receptionist. She isn't the receptionist, or you can say she's not a receptionist, or she is not the receptionist. They're here. Number 5 and 6. He is not our colleague. He, subject, is, be, not, and our colleague, now. He is not our colleague, or you can link them together, not our. Colleague is the person you work with. A lot of people usually pronounce college. No, not college. College or university, the places where you study. Here, colleague, a person. So remember college with G-E at the end, college, or change. But G-U-E at the end, we pronounce G. So, colleague. He is not our colleague. Or I can say he's not our colleague, or he isn't our colleague. Number 6, he's not an interesting boy. Interesting, just like fun. An interesting boy, or you can say a fun boy. He's not an interesting boy. Don't say interest, okay? Interesting boy. He's not an interesting boy. Or he is not an interesting boy, or he isn't an interesting boy. Number 7 and 8. It with is, right? It is not your responsibility. Responsibility is that your duty, something that you have to do. Responsibility. It is not your responsibility. Or I can say, it's not your responsibility, or it isn't your responsibility. Number 8, it isn't my mom's bike. My mom's bike, that means the bike of my mom. It isn't my mom's bike, or it's not my mom's bike, or it is not my mom's bike. Number 9 and 10. That is not my cell phone. That is a subject. That is a singular noun, so that has to go with is. That is not my cell phone. Cell phone or mobile phone for British English, mobile phone for American English. Cell phone. That is not my cell phone. Or I can say that's not my cell phone, or that isn't my cell phone. Number 10. This man's not their dad. This man, a singular noun. This man's not their dad. So this man, singular noun, we have to use with is, right? Or I can say this man is not their dad. Or this man isn't their dad. Now let's go to 11 and 12. You are not a crazy girl. You, subject, are, be, not, and then a crazy girl now. A crazy girl. Not a crazy girl. You are not a crazy girl. You are not. Or I can say you're not. Or you aren't. So I can say you're not a crazy girl, or you aren't a crazy girl. 12. You're not helpless people. Helpless. If you are helpless, that means you are not able to do things by yourself. You need other people's help. You cannot take care of yourself. Helpless people. You can be one, or you can be two or more than two. So you are a crazy girl. I mean one person. You are not helpless people. People, plural noun, so I mean plural form of you. That means two or more than two. You are not helpless people. 13, 14. We are not a couple. We are not a couple. A couple, that means two people, usually a girlfriend and boyfriend, or husband and wife. A couple. We are not a couple. Or you can say we're not a couple, or we aren't a couple. Number 14. We aren't classmates. Classmates. If we are classmates, that means we study in the same class. We aren't classmates. Or I can say we are not classmates, or we're not classmates. 15 and 16. They are not her children. Remember, one child, but two or more than two, we use children, plural form. Children, don't say children, huh? Children. They are not her children. Or I can say they are not her children, or they aren't her children. 16. They are not my sneakers. Sneakers, plural form. So my sneakers. They are not my sneakers. Or I can say they are not my sneaker, or they aren't my sneakers. 17 and 18. These, the subject, this is plural noun, so we have to use with are. These are, be, not, my sister's shirts. Now, my sister's shirts, that means the shirts of my sister. These are not my sister's shirts. This is kind of tricky, huh? Sisters, shirts, okay? These, so plural noun, shirts, we have to add s here. My sister's shirts. These are, you can link them together. These are not my sister's shirts. 18. These are not my sister's shirts, or I can say these aren't my sister's shirts. For 18, dolphins aren't stupid animals. Actually, dolphins are very intelligent, right? So I say they aren't stupid animals. They are not stupid. Dolphins aren't stupid animals. Or I can say dolphins are not stupid animals. Okay, so just remember, if you want to use not in the sentence with a noun, remember not is after be and before now. Okay, that's all. Thanks, goodbye, see ya.